your smile. TWT, don't touch that dial. Kick your feet up and relax for a while. The only thing we really wanna do is see you smile. The only thing
So what you got in there? It looks like hash brown steak.
I got my power.
Looks like a whole dump in there and fresh salsa on this side. Looks good. Yeah, we got some shredded beef, ham, onions, pork sausage, bacon, and fresh salsa. It's just like how I remembered it. I love it. Yeah, it's just like how I remembered it. It's been years since I've had one, but it's really good. It's just how I remembered it. I don't think I'm going to make it to the pancakes, so I'm probably going to make it too cold. But the omelet is just so very filling, too. Hey, man, what's going on over there? I see you slowing down. You slowing down? You slowing down? You're a monster. Didn't even touch the pancakes yet. Yeah, Randall's slowing down over there. I think the omelet might be winning. I think the omelet definitely might be winning.
Man versus food.
Man versus food, for sure.
Yeah.
Slow it down.
Good though.
Yeah, that fork's slowing down now. So your iHop what?
Yeah, I used to go to ain't nothing like this.
Oh, that's okay.
You wouldn't even get this money.
Yeah.
Half of this.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends on where you go for sure.
Yeah.
You were in the hood, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Going different neighborhoods.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Different.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like the omelets won. We're awful.
We need to test the pancakes. Can you take butter home?
What? No. No. I don't know. You have to ask.
Need some of that butter. Take it home.
Some syrup to go. Yeah, but the omelets won, guys. Get in focus here. Good morning, guys. So the last time I left off, we were at iHop. It was Randall's first time there. He had a bad iHop experience previously, so I was like, look, you don't like iHop? Like, that's a problem. So I was like, we're gonna have to go find a nice one so you can like see what it's really like at iHop. I mean, granted, iHop is not like a 4 or 5 star restaurant, you know what I mean? It's like your typical, 3.5 star fare, but still, I was like, that's not good to have. Like, I mean, iHop is really iconic to a lot of people's like 20s, the partying days, hitting the club, and if not the wee hours of the morning, the next late morning. My kids don't know nothing about that. Saying hi. So yeah, we are up. That was Thursday. It is now Saturday morning. So yeah, it's a couple days later. I did not close out the last vlog. What, you shouting out Auntie Brittany?
Auntie Brittany, I got a present.
I'm not taking my sunglasses off, guys. There is something down here in this specific Venice area that I'm allergic to. I don't know if it's the jacaranda trees or what it is, but it's something that just makes my eyes really itchy, watery, and puffy, and a hot mess.
Stop coughing, you big bad Betty.
Oh boy. Anyways, I might come back to you guys later. It is a gorgeous day outside. It's an understatement. Anyways, I'm gonna come back later, guys. All right.
Birthday.
Oh yeah, and vlog time. It's Leap Day! Happy Leap Day. It is February 29th, 2020. So that's today and vlog time. Anyways, guys, my eyes are out here cutting up. So that's why I cut it short. Like, they are so itchy and watery and disrespectful right now. So I might come back at you guys later, like I said before, forgetting that I didn't insert in vlog time. Alright, guys. Does anybody else's kids act a plum fool in the grocery store? I know I can't be alone in this. I went to 2 stores because the Detweilers, the farm market that I really like to shop at, the farmer's market, didn't have everything that I wanted to get. I was looking for some beef ribs and they didn't have any. They did have a beef roast. By the way, I'm going to be on the Pellet grill today, and I'll have the other camera out a little later because my phone battery is running low. So I'm getting ready to unload these groceries. But yeah, I did not vlog like the Detweilers because they were just acting a fool in there. Messing up my J's. Jalen was really whiny. He didn't get his nap out. Jeremiah just kept poking at him. And then Juliana kind of alternates between the two. If I go to get after Jeremiah, his favorite thing is to make it look like I really hurt him. Anyway, so none of that ratchetness was a vlog. But keeping it real, that's pretty much how it went down. I really, to be honest, if it's like the park or somewhere kid friendly, I have no issue on solo trips doing that. But solo trips to the grocery store, oh my gosh, I hate it. I'm gonna be real. I love my kids, but I hate it. I can't stand solo trips to the grocery store. I just really prefer to have their daddy with me, but he is at work this evening. So what does Randall do? Now he is a garden manger. I don't know if I am pronouncing that correctly, but it's like a pantry chef. So he's a cold food station chef. All of that fancy, desserts and appetizers. That's his whole deal right now. Anyways, I am getting ready to unload, and then I'm going to do some prep work. I might vlog the prep work if I can get my camera set up right. So yeah, that's what's going on today. On the pellet smoker, I'll be making a beef roast, and I'll be making beef ribs, and probably a side of string beans. So I'm unloading. Alright, I'll come back at you guys when I'm on the grill, or probably when I'm prepping. So this is what we're using today. I'm kind of short on time, so I don't have time to make my own rib rub. We ended up getting this barbecue rub on kind of happenstance. The one that we originally set out to get at the grocery store was not there. So we ended up with this magic barbecue seasoning by Chef Paul Prodhome. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly because again, we don't usually buy it, but it's pretty good. It's really potent. You don't have to do like an overnight marinade with that. 30 minutes will do it. That stuff's pretty potent. We got some minced garlic. I'm out of my cider vinegar, so we'll just be using regular white distilled vinegar and olive oil. And no, the plantains are not going in. Not this time, guys. Anyways, this is what we're working with. We've got a roast here that's 2 1/3 pound. It's good marbling on it, a lot of fat, so that's definitely going to render down while it smokes, and it's going to give the meat even more flavoring and tenderness. I'm only doing 1 rack of the beef ribs, small rack, since we already have the beef roast here. So I'm getting ready to season everything up. Alright, so I already started putting the minced garlic on there. You got Jerry on camera.
Don't watch
He's
this.
recording for me.
Please don't watch
So we're
this.
going to put a little bit of extra virgin. Well, I'm going to put a little bit of the vinegar first. So I'm going to put just a little bit. I mean, you could do like a 1/4 cup. That's all you really need. Then we're gonna put on the olive oil here. And we're gonna get our beef rub on there, our barbecue rub on there. Nice and generous. This, you just want to add a nice crust to it. Just want to kind of like eyeball it. It's going to be a couple tablespoons each, at least a couple of tablespoons. You're going to rub it in to get the maximum flavor going. And you want to get both sides of your meat. So for some, yeah, and unfortunately, I do not have any gloves today. Big no-no, so that's why. But we're just gonna rub that in and get it in there real good. Both sides of the meat. Kind of slather up some of that oil in there. Keep it on there.
That looks bad.
A little bit more because I want to get both sides of the meat here. Back side of the ribs is just as important. Anyways, so that does it. Just gonna rub it in here. Really good. Yeah, so this is just gonna sit here and kind of like soak up the marinade here in the dry rub. And I'm gonna go out and plug up our pellet grill. So it's set to the high smoke setting. I find that I really like this setting for big cuts of meat because it gives it the most intense smoke flavor. So the temperature is running kind of high though, but I think that'll kind of like stabilize. It'll stabilize over time. It always starts out initially high and then it'll start to lower, but you can really, the camera is usually pretty good, so you can really see the smoke like pluming here. It's a lot. It was even more when it first started up. It looked like the thing was like about to spontaneously combust, but yeah, you could see the smoke outside. So yeah, I'm getting ready to put the meat in. Grill, and you can hear a nice sizzle, and yeah, it's on the grill now. It's on the smoker. So I'm gonna let this go for about a good, maybe try a good 4 to 5 hour smoke. Optimally, it should be 5 to 6 hours, but we'll see how it goes.
I see that it's red.
Yeah. Looks good so far.
It didn't cook.
No, it's not cooked. That's Jalen. Yep. So I'm going to close the lid here and we're going to let it smoke. Whoa. So there we go. Ooh. So we're lid down and it's going to smoke for 4 to 5 hours. And I'll come back later. Alright guys, really in a cooking mood today, so I've got some string beans here, fresh string beans. They gotta be snapped, and I'm gonna boil those down as a side for dinner. The kids wanted star fruit. I don't really have familiarity with star fruit. I know you want to eat it. I've never had it before. But that's the star fruit, one of them. I only got 3 of them because they were, I think it was, what was it? 3 for $2 or something like that. And so I only got 1 just to kind of, I only got 3 just to try them out. I only took 1 out, but here's the rest of them. I didn't really know what I was doing as far as picking them goes, what to look for ripeness. But it's kind of on the spot in there because the kids are, Juliana was like, Mommy, can we try star fruit? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So I don't know much about it. I'm gonna let the kids be the guinea pig, and maybe I'll try it later with them. They're over with their friends, thank God. Anyways, so here is just tearing through this bag. These string beans, they're fresh. I mean, it's my favorite place to shop at Datweiler's Market. I love it there. I think I have, let me turn this around. I think I have, see my camera is tricky. Anyways, I think I have vlogged at Datweiler's before, but it is my favorite farmer's market grocery store to shop at. So everything is fresh, and I love it. It's the best place in our area to go to for fresh produce. They've also started having more meat varieties at our location. They didn't really have much of that going on before. Anyways, I see one of the kids running up on the house. What's she doing? Anyways, so yeah, there are our beautiful green beans, and I have something to go with them. Hold up. So I am gonna boil these down in with some ham hocks after I get them snapped up. I might actually start the ham hock. I'm gonna start the ham hock and some onions and some minced garlic and some EVOO, the extra virgin olive oil. All right, I'll come back at you guys when I get that started up and going. So I just have a Vidalia onion here that I'm gonna chop up. Honestly, it just depends on whatever I have on hand. Either will do a yellow or a Vidalia. If you want more savory greens, not greens. If you want more savory, you'll probably want to use a yellow. But sometimes if you want a little bit of sweet without putting sugar in your vegetables, because for me that's a no-no. I don't like sugar in my vegetables. You can use a Vidalia to add a little bit of sweet to it. I'm so lost without my sous chef. I really prefer him to do stuff like this. I'm not much of a chopper, and that's not my department. Can I do it? Yes. And I didn't feel like cleaning my chopper. I'm just gonna give these a really rustic cut, a really rough cut, nothing at all fancy, and I'm just peeling the skin off. You definitely want to get the skin off if you are a beginner here. You don't want skin going into what you're cooking, but this is going to be really just rough, like chops of this. Again, I don't really chop, and my chopper I don't feel like cleaning out. It's too many pieces, for real talk. It's too many pieces. I don't feel like it. So I'm not. These are just going to be really rough cut, because the thing is, in pieces like this, you could just kind of like, if you really don't want to, you can kind of like, it's more like another layer of kind of like onion skin. So you want to get rid of that. It doesn't cook down very nice. What I was going to say is the onion is going to sweat down. These onions are going to sweat as you boil them down with some call them snap beans, but with the string beans and with the ham hock. So yeah, I'm going to continue to do a really rough cut here. You definitely want this part off too. So I'll come back to you guys, because I know y'all don't want to watch me struggle through chopping this thing up. And I'm gonna add the onion to this nice deep pan that I have here. Nothing fancy, because they're gonna sweat down. All right, so we have our onions. I've got a couple teaspoons of minced garlic in there. It looks like more than a couple teaspoons, I'm sure. and some olive oil drizzled. I just have it out so you guys can see. It's really simple. I'm gonna put this on medium-high heat. The reason why you put it on medium-high is because you do not want your garlic to scorch, because it will get a really bitter taste to it. So we're getting a little bit of sizzle action going here. Just gonna cook it and let it kind of sweat down a little bit, get a little flavor going for our broth when I get ready to put in the water and the ham hock. I also added in a little bit of salt, like a couple teaspoons, just to cook down with the olive oil, onion, and garlic. Typically, I would do this with bacon, but today I'm using ham hock. So next I get to start the fun of snapping all these beans while the ham hocks cook down. So it's a good way to kill time while the ham hocks cook down and get a little tender. Also, there's a trick I want to show you that my sister taught me about ham hocks. Taught me to maximize your flavor with the ham hock. You want to just put a nice little superficial slit down the middle. And basically what that'll do is it will split the ham hock a little as it boils down. So more of those juices from that fat and smoked meat, as it renders down and gets really tender in the boiling water, more of that flavor will come out, and it also cooks a little bit faster when you split it. Okay. And really with this, I just wanted it to sweat down a little. I don't really want my onions toasted. It's a preference thing. I just want them to sweat down a little to get a little bit of flavor going for this broth. So I've added in my water. Honestly, for you people that are sticklers about measurements, I would say it's about maybe a quart to a half quart. So yeah, that's about the amount of water in there. It hasn't started boiling yet, but these will cook for about, this will cook for about an hour to an hour and a half till it's ready for the string beans, or snap beans as some like to call them. Snapping beans for beginners. This is all you want to do. Take these tips off. That's it. That's all there is to it. Just snapping the tips off. So again, see this? You don't want that. You just want to snap them off. Just like that. See, you don't want that stem. Makes it stringy, makes it tough. You don't want that. So that's all there is to it, guys. I'm gonna snap all of these down. And typically I will do that while I'm waiting for the ham hock to get ready. You also want to rinse and clean these, guys. Yeah, you don't want everybody's supermarket finger germs all over your string beans. Alright, guys. So I came out, we're about an hour and a half into the smoke. It looks good. Just wanted to come out and check on things, see how the meat's doing. Could probably use a little spritz. Look at that fat just rendering down. That's full of flavor right there. Smoke's pluming up. I don't know how good you could see it. This camera could be a little grainy at night. So yeah, it's about an hour and a half in. I'm gonna close it up because I wanted to get that smoke. And the temperature has gone down too. As you could see, like I said, it was gonna stabilize. It got real hot, but it's gone down to a temperature more conducive to smoking. And that was before I opened it. It was just, I want to say, just under like 200, somewhere between 200 and 225 before I opened it up. So it's warming back up. But yep, there we go. So I'm gonna let it go for probably another hour and a half or two and then I'll show you guys the end results. It's looking like it might need a little bit of a spritz though, so I might come back out and I might come back out and spritz it. Look, it's splitting. It's gonna be full of steaming and fogging up my camera. That's a lot of good flavor in there for the string beans. It smells amazing. It's very, very, very fragrant. Oh snap! Oh snap! So yeah, I'm corny, guys. I'm a little bit of a nerdy girl, in case you haven't caught that already. But there's our string beans all snapped. I just have a few stragglers left. But that's how you want them to be. You want to get rid of those hard and woody stringy stems. They're no bueno. So it looks good. I'm just going to rinse these and then I'll add them to my ham hock broth I got going in here with the minced garlic and onion. So I've added in my string beans. Getting a lot of shadow here. Sorry. I've added in my string beans and those are going to cook down for about an hour. I like to leave my ham hock in because I like to get all of my flavor. So I'm going to let those continue to cook down. So I got a little barbecue seasoning and liquid here. I'm going to baste the meat because it looks like it's getting a little dry. It's going to be harder to see out here. So this will probably be the last that I get of it before footage that I get before I go back in the house. But I'm going to baste it. So we're back home. It's late. And I came back and my grill had powered off sometime in the 30 minutes that I left. But the meat looks like it's good and done. So it looks good and done. I'm going to let Randall cut it because of my non-knife skills. I have no knife skills. Better to let a professional do it, and he is a professional. So I'm going to let Randall chop these up and we'll see how they turned out. It's my first time making a roast on the smoker and my first time making beef ribs on the smoker. So I'll come back to you guys when he's chopping everything up. He's gonna chop these up. See how I did? This is my first timer with beef ribs. They behave differently from pork ribs. Oh yeah, let me see. Did it get a good smoke ring? They look tender. They could be a little juicier, but again, I'm a first timer. Watch out, Jalen. Don't come up close when Daddy's cutting.
You didn't lose this temperature.
Yeah, it could be a little bit more tender.
Why did you lose this temperature? If you want.
Like fat rib.
Let me see the middle of it. See how that it has like a smoke ring. Yeah, look at that smoke ring. Yeah, they are a little juicy on the ones that are more fattier. That's the beef. So now we got the roast here. I'm gonna slice that up. Ooh, that's a little tough. Uh-oh, did I mess it up? Are we cutting against the grain? It's got a nice smoke ring. And here I am telling everybody you're a professional. He is a professional though. We don't have really sharp knives.
No, either have sharp knife.
No.
Is that a sharp knife? But can we eat one of these? Can I just have a little piece?
Just a sec, Taylor.
Oh, there's a little tiny piece right here.
Oh, no. Let Daddy cut.
many words, and I ain't even tripping about the nouns and the verbs. Off the crib on the burbs, I ain't worried about them haters leaving second on the curb. And you ain't even really gotta take a pic, like 5 minutes. Show you how I make them flip in 9 minutes.
It's really tender. Oh my gosh, that fat. Look at that fat. Good grief. I might have to change the direction and cut it. Are we cutting it the right way? Sorry if I'm breathing on the camera. Yeah, it looks good. I like how it looks the other way better though. But that fat was really getting in the way.
Not mine, not mine, not mine.
You could probably have a couple of pieces of that. Be good. Probably one beef rib and be good. Yeah, that fat really rendered down. It's sticky.
Sticky. Who's Cameron?
About to lose some fat over there. Let me get a picture of this. Alright, the kids are sitting down to eat and we're all sitting down to eat and I got everything plated up. And I'm going to show you guys a picture of how everything turned out, all plated up. It really came out good. It looks really flavorful. Anyways, guys, we're going to call it a night. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Just subscribe it out, yeah.